If you're a short-term holder or if you're new to crypto, you're getting tested. Yeah, this is a big test. It's probably going to be one of the last tests before a quarter four parabolic bull run. Today I'm going to show you what this test is all about. I'm going to show you exactly which day the Q4 parabolic bull run is going to start. I actually have a date for you. You can write it down. And I'm going to show you how high I think this bull run can go. So I think it's going to be a huge show. Then I'm going to give away a lot of cash. I've got a lot of cash. I've got this pile of money that they keep giving me to give to you guys, which I need to give away. So we're going to do that today on the show. It's going to be a massive, I always say this, I always say it's going to be a big show because every day at Crypto Banter is a big show. Let's get this one started. Welcome back, Banter fam. I'm Crypto Man Ran. If you're new to our channel, welcome. You will see me here twice or 3 times or 4 times a day, every single day, bringing you crypto love, crypto wisdom, big massive shows, big massive giveaways, and building the best community in the entire crypto universe. I mean, what you guys did for Sheldon today and how you made him feel special on this amazing day. My hat, which I'm not actually even wearing, actually goes off to you guys. And there are a lot of us right now. Let's quickly look at what numbers look like. Let's look at the numbers because the numbers here are very important. Because we want to get over 400,000 subscribers, and we're so close. We're like a ball hair away. We really are. We're like one, like, you know, those irritating white pubic hairs. Like, you know, you get them. That's how far we are away from 400,000 subscribers. So we need you guys to help us grow our family. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Make life-changing money. So subscribe to our channel. I'll tell you why you should subscribe to our channel before the end of this show, because on this show, I'm going to give away Orion.Money. I've got 15 times $100. The IDO happened now, like a couple of minutes ago. I want to just show you something. I hope I've got this. You'll laugh your heads off. Let me show you. The Banter degen people that work in our office. I have to show you this. You will laugh. I hope you'll laugh. You should laugh. So this is our office like 5 minutes ago. No, like when the IDO happened, I want to just show you what went on here. I was trying to get everyone to do a show.
Keep reading. It's so cool. I've got so many tokens in it.
She's jumping up, shouting 100x.
Keep reading. It's so cool. I've got so many tokens in it.
So that's the office of degens that I have to live with every single day. That's the degens. This is Fred. He's one of the degens. Okay, so yeah, so that was the Orion.Money IDO. So I'm going to give out 15 times $100 in pre-IDO money. Star Launcher, which is a huge project. I have told you about Star Launcher. I told you this morning there was amazing news on Star Launcher. The news on Star Launcher that I liked this morning was that this is one of the biggest superstars in crypto, actually. Her name is Tamara. She works at Solana, but she joined Star Launcher as an advisor. So to me, that just took the valuation of this project up a hell of a lot. If people from Solana are advisors to this, it's going to be huge. I'm going to give away, in total, I'm going to give away 50 IDO, 50 spaces, guaranteed spaces to the IDO, but only to members of the Banter fam. So if you are not one of the 392,096 people that are part of our channel, you are seriously missing out, because before we give you anything, we're going to check to see if you guys actually. We are going to check that. Also, what else have I got to talk to you guys about? We're going to talk about Luna today. We're going to talk about the Columbus 5 upgrade, what the Columbus 5 upgrade actually means. It is an absolute game changer for Luna and for the lunatics. Coti, we're going to talk about Coti and what next for Coti. Also, I have some information from a good source. You see this token over here? It's called Decentr. It's down 10.2% today. So you should be buying it, I think. We'll talk about that later. I don't even know if I'm allowed to talk about it because he said we're only launching the news tomorrow. So I don't know if we can actually talk about it. What do you think? What do you think? Should we talk about it? Well, I don't know. Yesterday I already lost a friend. I lost a friend. Harry's not talking to me anymore because he said I kind of revealed his tweet, which I actually did do. So if you are new to our channel, subscribe to our channel. If you've been here for a while, like this content, subscribe, do everything that you need to do. Lots of likes. When we get to 5,000 likes, the giveaways start. Lots of giveaways, lots and lots and lots of giveaways. So I want to make the Banter community wife-changing money, lots of wife-changing money, tons of wife-changing money, because we've got a short period of time to change our wives, and we need to make sure we get the best wives out there. Cool. Let's talk about Bitcoin, shall we? Let's do it. So Bitcoin today is stable, as you can see. It is at 42,207. I think it's actually quite strong. And the reason why I say it's quite strong is because when I look at the US markets are also pretty flat, 0.33% up on the Dow Jones. And it seems like there is calm in the land. It feels like it's kind of calm again. You've got the China FUD and the Evergrande FUD behind us. You've got the new FUD that we had yesterday. Remember yesterday's FUD was actually all about this one indicator, which was the US 10-year government yield. And that is the rate at which we lend money to the US government. And there were concerns that the government yield is getting high. And because the government yield was getting high, interest rates are going to get high. Now, if interest rates get high, then what happens is the valuations of stocks become lower. And the reason why that happened, I explained to you guys yesterday, is because what investors do when they value a share or a stock in a company is they take the future earnings of the stock and they divide it by the interest rate to bring it back to where it is today. So they take the future value and they discount it back to today, and then they take a present value of the future income of the stock discounted at the interest rate. If the interest rate is high, the valuations go down. And also if interest rates are high, it's almost like the government is incentivizing you not to invest a lot because you'd need a higher rate of return to actually cover your investment. So high interest rates is bad for economies, but high interest rates are good to slow down spend. And we want to slow down spend when we think there's going to be inflation. And we have got a big inflation problem. So the government is kind of like in this conundrum. Regardless of that, what we do see is we see that Bitcoin has kind of found a bottom. And the bottom is somewhere around this $40,000 level. You can see that, ever since here, it keeps coming down no matter what the FUD is, but it doesn't really break the $40,000 level. For those of you who have been here for a while, you'll remember that there have been several times that Bitcoin has actually found a level, like a support level. I'm not going to say it's a unbreakable support level, but every time before a massive run-up, Bitcoin seems to find these support levels. Let me show you where we have seen these support levels before, and let's see if you agree with me. So we saw the support levels before in January this year. So if you look at January this year, we had the same kind of scenario where Bitcoin was at around $30,000, and we used to tease Bitcoin that it was like a stable coin. It just stayed at $30,000. And then you can see every time Bitcoin came down, it couldn't break down much below the $30,000, and then we went parabolic. It did it again in September. So if you look here in September, from the 3rd of September last year to the 14th of October, Bitcoin just wouldn't break below the $10,000 level. And we used to tease Bitcoin. We say Bitcoin is a stable coin. Bitcoin is a stable coin. Bitcoin is a stable coin. And it just wouldn't break below the $10,000 level. And then what you can see after that is that Bitcoin went parabolic. And then even before that, at $8,000, we see Bitcoin was stable from May, actually even before, it was from April all the way to July. Bitcoin did nothing. We had this whole period over here where Bitcoin did nothing. And no matter what the FUD was, the FUD couldn't break Bitcoin below this absolute support level. And then Bitcoin went up and started to go up parabolic. We've seen this many, many, many times in Bitcoin's life. For those of you who've been around for a while, $1,000 was exactly that. It was one of these support levels. We saw it here at $6,000. I remember $6,000 was this crazy support level that we couldn't break. What I'm seeing here is I'm seeing that same support level be formed, but except this time it's being formed at $40,000. And I'm not saying that Bitcoin can't go under $40,000. I'm just saying it's going to take a while or something huge to push it under $40,000. And for me, that's quite encouraging. That no matter what the FUD, we had China banning everything. You're not even allowed to say the word crypto in China. If you say the word crypto in China, apparently you go to jail for that. We had the US stock markets go down, and Bitcoin just doesn't break below the $42,000 level, which is to me one of the most encouraging signs that I've seen in a long, long, long time. What I also see, which is super encouraging for me, is one chart here, which shows that this is very, 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 very encouraging, very super encouraging. And this is the dominance chart. Now, dominance is something that used to respond very, very, very closely to market movement. So every time that the price of Bitcoin went down, the dominance went up. Let me see if I can maybe get you guys a chart like that and actually show this to you. So let me quickly add in Bitcoin onto one of these. Let's add Bitcoin up to this one. And I will show you how historically, if we take, are they both on dailies? Yeah, they're both on dailies. Let's have a look here. So if you look at, let's look at situations in the past when Bitcoin went down. So let's look at, where are we now? September, October, November. I think they're both on one day. So let's just quickly align these charts for you guys. Okay, and you can kind of see that if Bitcoin goes down, so if Bitcoin goes down here, the dominance used to absolutely shoot up. You can see that over here. The Bitcoin dominance has been very, 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 very sensitive in the past to movements in the Bitcoin price or in the market. If Bitcoin went down, if the markets went down, the Bitcoin dominance shot up. And it used to shoot up to places where the Bitcoin dominance chart, let me actually go back to our original view and show that to you. So if you look at where the dominance came from, in January this year, the Bitcoin dominance was at about 70% to Bitcoin. 70% of the market was Bitcoin. And you can see that historically, what we've had is we've had the Bitcoin dominance being very high, and it used to fluctuate a lot with the markets. Now, what we're seeing here is that despite the FUD that keeps happening, the Bitcoin dominance can hardly break the 42 level. No matter how much FUD we hit it, I mean, it touched 43, but it went straight back down to 42. For me, that's very, 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 very encouraging. And especially because when we look at what's going on at the moment in the United States, this is much bigger than crypto. This is about the US stock markets. And the FUD is that the US stock market or the US is going to default on their debt. Okay, let's look at what it's about. This is another very good tweet that shows a buy wall on Bitfinex every time Bitcoin goes to 40,000. So 40, I don't know if you can see it on your thing, but 40,000 is this line over here. And you can see all the support under the 40,000 level. It's almost like every time we go to 40,000, Bitcoin gets snapped up. So what's going on? There are two things going on in the United States at the moment, which are causing the stock markets to be FUDed and crypto markets also to be FUDed. Stock markets being FUDed and crypto markets being FUDed. That's what's going on at the moment. What is the FUD in the stock market? Well, the FUD in the stock market is the fact that Janet Yellen, let's find that article for you guys quickly. Let's quickly close some articles here. Just close some spaces and have a better screen. I want to see this. Okay, so Janet Yellen came out and said that the US is going to default on its debt by October 18th if they don't raise the amount of debt that the US can take. In order for that to happen, you need the Democrats and the Republicans to both agree that they can increase the US debt. But I don't think that's going to happen, or at least that's what they want you to think. What they want you to think is that the Republicans are giving a big fuck you to the Democrats. What they're saying is look, Democrats, you won the elections fair and square. You won the House and you won the Senate. And everything, you are putting through everything that you want to put through because you have a majority of the seats. So you can put through whatever you want without actually consulting with the Republicans. But the one thing you can't put through is an increase in the debt ceiling, because there you actually need the Republicans to agree with us, because that's a big thing. And they are saying, I did play this for you guys earlier, but I'll play it for you guys again. Listen to this. And
just to further emphasize what the leader said, the Democrats have unified government here in Washington, D.C. They have the House, they have the Senate, and they have the White House. Now, they have the House and they have the Senate by essentially even margins. I mean, basically, for all intents and purposes, these margins in the House and Senate are dead even. In spite of that, the Democrats decided from the time they took power.
What you should be focused on here is Mitch McConnell's chin, and then his other chin, and his other chin, and his other chin. So he's got like 7 chins. You should be focused on that.
Power, that they were going to drive this agenda, and they were going to do everything at 51 votes, one party. Even though they have the narrowest of margins, very narrowest of margins, they decided to do everything with one party control. They did that with the spending bill back in March, a $2 trillion spending bill. And they've decided now to do the largest expansion of government since the New Deal at 51 votes, and the largest tax increase in decades at 51 votes. That is not what the American people told them. That isn't the mandate they were given. These are the narrowest of majorities, and yet they're trying to do everything at 51 votes. So as long as they're going to do that with unified control of the government, if they want to do all the spending and all the taxing at 51 votes, they should do all the borrowing at 51 votes.
So the Democrats are not going to be supported by the Republicans. That's what they're saying. And what we're doing now, what we're seeing now, is we are seeing a game of chicken developing in the United States. You know what a game of chicken is? Chicken is that game where 2 cars drive towards each other to see who would swerve first. Now, that's what's happening here. There is no way in hell that the Democrats or the Republicans are going to allow the US to default on its debt. Forget about it, because there's just no way in hell that that's ever going to happen. What they are doing is that they are negotiating. They're looking for negotiating points to say, look, if we allow you to take more debt, then will you pass something that we wanted passed and that traditionally you wouldn't have passed? So it's all a negotiation. And what the market is getting scared of is the fact that they may actually default on their debt. But the truth is that other indicators are showing us that the market's actually not buying this garbage. If you look at the credit default swaps, now a credit default swap says if you think that the default risk is high, then this number should be high. And you can see that this number is like the lowest that it's been in several years. Yes, it has spiked up a little bit, but it's still the lowest that it's been in many, many, many years. So even 2018, it was higher, it was triple. So they're kind of saying, look, play your shenanigans as much as you want, but the reality is that we know that this market is not actually even going to respond to this anymore. It's like, we're not scared of this. We know that you guys are playing chicken, and we know that someone out there is going to break at some point. But what the market is having to get used to is the fact that interest rates are actually going to go up. And it is time for interest rates to go up, because interest rates are cyclical. You go through cycles. And that's exactly what Zero Hedge said. If you look at Zero Hedge is great. He shows that interest rates usually move up and down in cycles. You see, like, interest rates move up and down in cycles. You have high interest rates and low interest rates environments. And if you take a deeper look at what he says, or what he showed that, let me quickly show you this article. He's kind of saying, look, the interest rates haven't changed for a long time, but they soon have to change, because this is the longest time that the interest rates haven't changed. And we had a pandemic, and that was fantastic. Wasn't so fantastic, but you know what I mean. But now it's time for interest rates to actually start going up. It says that the last 12 months have actually been a historical low number of central bank moves in either direction. Never have global central banks been so inactive on that score. So he's kind of saying, look, it's time for interest rates to start doing something. Now, when interest rates are at zero or negative, there's not much that can actually, they can't take them down anymore. What are they going to take them down further? No, they can't fucking take them down further. Impossible. So where's it going to be? The US has got to get ready for interest rates going up. And that's kind of like a bitter pill to swallow. But yesterday, not yesterday, the last month, I think we're starting to swallow that pill that interest rates are actually going to start moving upwards. That's it. It's just part of the reality. Powell said in his last Fed meeting minutes, he said 2022 or 2023 interest rates will start going up. Usually when they say that, it actually comes sooner. So right now he's saying, look, it's coming in the future, 2022, 2023, but usually it actually happens sooner. Weird, but that's how they do it. It's almost like they get you used to something. When you're used to the idea, they bring it sooner than you expected, and they need to raise the interest rates, because if they don't raise the interest rates, then they're going to get very, 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 very high inflation, and they don't want high inflation. Cool. What people are forgetting is that there is a massive stimulus package. I don't know if you call it a stimulus package. It's an infrastructure spend bill, which is designed to stimulate the U.S. economy. It's a huge infrastructure bill. Just listen to how big that is.
This is their bill. 2,500 pages. If you take a look at
Again, what you should be focused on here is, of course, the bill, the 2,500 pages, and then obviously you got to look at Mitch McConnell's chin number 7, because he's standing there and he's saying, not by the power of my chitty chin, not by the power of my chitty chin.
$0.5 trillion price tag, and you do the math, that's $1.4 billion for every page of this bill, and they want to pass it this week. How many Democrats do you think have read this? Think Nancy Pelosi's read it? Think Chuck Schumer's read it? Do you think Joe Biden, who is desperately begging Democrats to pass it, do you think he's read it? Do you think he knows what's in it? This is their bill. 2,000.
How's that bill? 1 billion. Every page in that bill, in that bill has $1.4 billion per page. Like almost like every page that they talk about in this bill has $1.4 billion of fucking spend. Can you believe that? That is, just to give you an idea, that is, let me just get my numbers right here, because I'm always wrong with these. Like, it's 85 million Bitcoin. That bill is 85 million Bitcoin. Yeah, 85 million Bitcoin. But there aren't even 85 million Bitcoin in the world, because what we know is that a lot of them, well, right now, 15.27 is around. Satoshi has 1.1 million Bitcoin. The last Bitcoin is about 1.9 million Bitcoin. I think it's more. I think it's way more. So let's say that these 3 million Bitcoin are not in existence. Okay, that means 18 million. 18 million divided by 85 million is like 6 or something, or 5 or something like that. It's 5. So that means that it's 5 times that bill, that heavy bill that the guy was holding, is 5 times the number of Bitcoin in circulation. Can you imagine how much spending that is? Can you imagine what that spend is going to do to the US economy? Can you imagine? So the stock markets are scared of a little interest rate hike. But I think what the stock markets haven't yet factored in is very soon, there's going to be this like 85 million Bitcoin spend in the US economy. And where's that money going to go? I wonder. Maybe the stock market? Maybe the stock markets are going to run again? Maybe when the bull starts to happen, the bull's going to start to happen, right? And then the stock markets are going to start going up. And then here is your biggest clue. You ask, when did Janet Yellen say that the deadline is for that looming like a default on the interest rate? And the date is the 18th of October. Now, the Democrats and the Republicans are going to play chicken until the 18th of October. And then, you know what's going to happen? That's going to be gone. There's going to be no more FUD around US default, zero FUD around default. There's going to be zero FUD around the infrastructure bill is going to go through by that time. It's going to be voted through. And then you're going to have no more FUD around default. You'll have new FUD, but you're not going to have FUD around default, and you're not going to have FUD around spend. And then the stock markets are going to start to go up. So now when we look at the price of Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin is, quickly, let's look at it again. Let's look at the price of Bitcoin again. Let's put some music on. Let's put my new favorite track on. What we see is that Plan B said that by the end of tomorrow, he is expecting a Bitcoin price of $43,000. He said this in June. We are at $42,058, and we have about 1.5 days to go. 1.5 days to go. Interesting, right? So I think that soon this FUD will be gone. I think that the Democrats and the Republicans will agree, but they will wait until the last minute to agree. So I think we'll have some FUD until the last minute. And then I think that by the 18th of October, we're going to be firmly in the bull run. And that means that we have about 19 days, so like just under 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks to prepare for the bull run and almost to get tested. So this is exactly, it's a test. You have 18 or 19 more days where the short-term Bitcoin holders are actually getting tested. Their conviction is getting tested. Now, this just shows you the short-term holder profitability position. So here, when it gets to close to 1, it means that they're about to start losing money. And when they're about to start losing money, it means the short-term holders of Bitcoin are actually getting tested. When the short-term holders get tested, one of two things can happen. Either they capitulate, which is what happened here and over here, or they hold on tight and then they get to ride these amazing long bull markets. So if you're a short-term holder, if you're new, if you have short-term coins, you are now getting tested. Got to make sure that you don't fail the test. It's like a test. You have a few more tests, a few more days, not to sell, not to be tempted to sell with the FUD. And if you do, then you will be hugely rewarded, hugely rewarded. You can see every time that this has happened, you have been hugely rewarded, but you've got to pass the test. You've got to keep fighting to pass the test, because while you are being tested, if you're a short-term holder, you see the people that have passed all the previous tests, the long-term holders, just keep taking Bitcoin off exchanges. You see that? Bitcoin are just coming off exchanges. Bitcoin last came off exchanges here, and then we had a parabolic bull run. Bitcoin are going off exchanges in big numbers, especially in China, because China has now banned everything, right? They banned, just get this, they banned websites, CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, and TradingView. That's it. You can't. The Great Firewall of China has banned TradingView. You can't see TradingView. You can't see CoinMarketCap. You can't see CoinGecko anymore. They don't want the Chinese people to be tempted to play this game. They don't want that to happen. So what we see is that whales are taking coins off exchanges. There's a lot of China FUD, and the Chinese are also doing something insane. When they heard that the ban was coming in, instead of putting money onto exchanges and selling, okay, instead of, what they did, get this, was they took 2.4 billion off Huobi and all the exchanges. So you see, wallets that have been flagged belonging to Huobi exchange then began to move Ethereum into unknown wallets. So they moved Bitcoin and Ethereum, $5 billion, over $5 billion in Bitcoin and Ethereum moved off exchanges. Now, if you think about it, you would have expected the opposite. You would have said, look, China FUD happening, China's about to ban Bitcoin, Chinese people are going to put their money onto exchanges to sell it. No, they're smart. What they said is, shit, we better take our coins off exchanges, and they took the money off exchanges. That is exactly what happened. And where did they put the money? They put the money into DeFi. Let me see if I can find. I had a good tweet for you guys about showing the flow of money into DeFi. Let me see if I can find that tweet for you guys quickly. Here we go. Look what happened when China banned Bitcoin. There was a big move into DeFi protocols. Big move into DeFi protocols. So far, the winning protocol was the one that has the best user interface, which for me is dYdX. dYdX has absolutely exploded because of this China FUD. It now accounts for more than all the other DEXs combined. Now, this is a big fuck you to Coinbase, because the guy that founded this, Antonio Giuliano, I remember in 2017, I actually invested in 2017, but I sold him because I didn't know how to invest in 2017. I thought in 2017 that you buy high and then you sell low. That's what I thought in 2017. Now, I thought in 2017, once you've made enough money, you must exit. In 2021, I say invest in protocols that are going to change the world and then give them enough time, help, and support to change the world and be a part of their growth and be the best investor on their cap table, and then hold them until they change the world. That's why I've made so much money on Luna and Arweave and all those things. In 2017, I sold my dYdX and I made money. But now, if you see what's going on with dYdX, more than $9 billion has been exchanged on the trading platform in the last 24 hours, more volume than all the other DEXs put together, and of course, more volume than Coinbase. So Chinese money, smart money, is going off exchanges into DeFi, and specifically going into dYdX. And I think that this is the kickstart for another DeFi summer, because a large number of Chinese users will flood into DeFi, and a number of these users will use MetaMask and dYdX. All the Chinese communities are learning how to use DeFi. That is what we're seeing. Very smart. They're going into things like Aave, dYdX. It just shows that the idea is that no matter what governments do, they cannot keep us away from DeFi. They can try and keep us away from DeFi, but they can't keep us away from DeFi, and they want to keep us away from DeFi. We've heard Gary Gensler wanting to keep us away from DeFi. I wanted to show you something. I spent like 7 hours this afternoon preparing a research report around DeFi yields of Chase Bank in Manhattan and Donkey Finance. Very good report. Took me a long time. It's a very in-depth report. And what I saw is that if you go to Chase Bank, the interest rate at Chase Bank, as you can see, is 0. On the secure checking, it's 0. On the, it's just 0, and then 0,1, and then 0,01, 0,001. Now here you got a $25 account fee, which means that you're getting a little bit of interest, but you got a stupid account fee, okay? But if you look at Donkey Finance now, those are real yields. Like you put your money in, obviously it's much riskier. You put your money into Donkey Finance, and you're going to get yields of 270% per year, 250% per year. Avalanche, you get 480% per year. US dollar, Tether, you get 70% per year. Yield farming is the future, and not many people understand how to yield farm, but Donkey Finance allows you to follow other farmers. It's such a no-brainer, and the market is going to start realizing this, because China, there are people who are going to want to do DeFi, and they're not going to know how to do yield farming. And so what they're going to do is they're just going to go onto a platform like Donkey Finance, and there's a couple of others that are starting to launch. So that is what I think is going to happen. I think there's going to be this massive DeFi revolution. I think it's actually going to be driven a lot by China. And I think that China will have to come out and ban DeFi later. They're going to soon say, look, right now they've banned exchanges. They've banned TradingView. They're soon going to come out and say, either you cannot hold crypto anymore, or you cannot, I don't know, they said already no crypto transactions, but how do you monitor, who do you sue in a DeFi transaction? Who do you sue? Where do you go? What do you do? You can't. What do you do? You're going to phone Uniswap? Who are you going to phone? You're going to phone Aave? Who are you going to phone? It doesn't exist. So anyway, that's what I think is going to happen. Okay. Remember, 5,000 likes. We're going to start doing giveaways. Let's see what's going on with the likes. I think it's looking good. I have this feeling that it's looking good. I hope I don't get disappointed. We have 4,900 likes. We have 4,000. Okay, so very close. We still got a couple of minutes together, guys. In the next couple of minutes that we're going to spend together, I want to talk to you about Luna, because I think that tomorrow is one of the biggest days in Luna's history. It is Columbus 5. It is the launch of their network upgrade, the biggest network upgrade called Columbus 5. It's a big deal. It really is like a new era for Luna. And we've been telling you to buy Luna since 30 cents. In November, I told you buy Luna, it was 30 cents. I hope you bought. Yeah, so it's a new era for Luna. It really is. It's big. It's almost like the Coti news. Like Coti entered a new era when it did this partnership with Cardano. And I think the Coti price, I'm not going to say never because you never know what happens in crypto. But what I do know is that the Coti price has also found a new bottom, and that Coti is now starting to moon and look for all-time highs. You see, it's now at 64 cents, and Coti is actually going to the moon. Now, I think the same thing is going to start happening to Luna. I think Luna, after this Columbus 5 upgrade, let's look at the upgrade here. Fred, do you have a list for me of all the projects that are going to go live after the upgrade? Okay, Freddie's going to find it for me. I'll just open my WhatsApp so you can send it to me. Hold on, let's find it here. So why is this such a big deal? Because it is an absolute big deal. Well, it happens tomorrow. So the network upgrade is scheduled for the 30th of September. And I want to explain to you why it's such a big deal for Luna and what actually happens to Luna. So in order for you to understand why it's such a big deal, what you got to do is you got to understand how Luna works. Luna is a stablecoin platform. It allows issuers to issue Terra stablecoins, US dollar Terra, Korean won Terra, many other Terras. Every time that they issue these new Terras, okay, every time that happens, then the supply or some Luna have to be burnt. So basically, I want to see if we can see. Okay, we can't see it over here. Okay, Freddie says he's found it for me. It's actually not Freddie. Today, Freddie is off because his girlfriend came back his girlfriend was away, and she came back today. So he's not here. I'm not going to even try and imagine where he is, but I can tell you he's not here. That's for sure. I'm trying to connect to my WhatsApp so I can. Okay, it's kind of happening. Yeah. Okay, I can't find it. Hold on, let's see. Maybe I can find it. Let's see if I can find it for you somewhere else. Okay, it's not working on this damn thing. Okay, I have it. Okay. Okay, so what you got to remember is that every single time that they issue new US dollar Terra or Korean won Terra or any type of the stable coin, then what happens is you have to burn Luna. So you want to issue $100 worth of the stable coin, you have to burn $100 worth of Luna. That's just how it works. That's how the stable coin keeps its peg, right? So what happens now is there is a lot of, the more apps that are built on the ecosystem, the more apps we get on the ecosystem, the more US dollar T or Terra tokens are required to interact with those apps, and therefore the more Luna that is burnt. So a healthy ecosystem would mean that more Terra is burnt. The more applications and the more adoption of Luna, the more Terra is burnt. So imagine you got yourself into a scenario where a lot more apps actually started to use Terra. Then you just burn Luna. So we want more apps. So how can we get more apps? I'll show you how we can get more apps. It's actually quite cool. First thing is, they have now decided that when they implement Columbus 5, the seigniorage, now the seigniorage is the Luna that are burnt, will all be burnt. Before, a lot of them used to be put into the Luna pool. Now they're actually going to be burnt forever. So it kind of is like a EIP 1559 that Ethereum has, but it's actually way more aggressive, because what they're saying is after Columbus 5 launches, the seigniorage will be burnt, that Luna will be burnt forever, okay? Forever. Now, before it wasn't like that. Before it was a two-way burn, and a lot of it went into the community pool. That's the first part of the network upgrade. So now you've got a ecosystem which is hopefully going to grow, and when it grows, you are going to implement this aggressive EIP 1559. I'm going to try and show you. Let me see if I've got a. Oh yeah, I do have it for you here. Wow, this could be amazing. If I can find this for you guys, then I'm an absolute legend. Okay, so I think I'm an absolute legend. So what you see here is if you go to terra.smartstake.io, okay, terra.smartstake.io, you can see the number of the supply chains, the number of Terra and Luna that are being burnt. So you can see that today, for example, minus 147,000 were burnt. So more being burnt and more being burnt and more being burnt of Luna, which means more adoption of the ecosystem. So let's go back to our article here, which says the second upgrade is it's an upgrade to Stargate. Now remember that Luna is actually built on the Tendermint protocol, which is a Cosmos protocol. Right now, the Cosmos protocol doesn't really have a stablecoin. With the Columbus 5 upgrade, the upgrade to Stargate enables integration capabilities of inter-blockchain communication protocol, IBC. The IBC provides support for assets such as Solana, Polkadot, and Cosmos. So you're now bringing Luna to Solana, Polkadot, and Cosmos. To put it simply, this represents a huge boost for Terra use case, because Cosmos has 250 dApps already, and there's a lot growing on Cosmos, including Gravity, which is their biggest DEX, which grows the demand of UST in a big way. And as we get more UST, we burn more Luna. And if you want to see where we burn more Luna, you go to Terra Smart Stake, Terra.smartstake, and you can see exactly how much of it is burnt every single day. And you can see how much of it is spent every single day. Here, this is an amazing dashboard. Now, they are also doing two other integrations. The first integration that they're doing is Ozone. Ozone is built by the same people that built the blockchain, Do Kwon and Terraform Labs, and they are creating an insurance protocol to insure all the DeFi on the platform. Now, when you insure, let's just think of how insurance works. You deposit money into the insurance pool so that the insurance company actually has money. What kind of money are you going to deposit into the insurance pool, Fred? What kind of money are you depositing into the insurance pool?
UST.
You see, even Fred knows. So we deposit UST into the insurance pool. And if you deposit UST into the insurance pool, it gets locked up there. And that means that as the DeFi on Luna grows, they will require more insurance. As the DeFi grows, they have to lock up more Terra, UST. And then the insurance protocol, which is called Ozone, also requires more locking up in the significant pool of UST. Okay? Huge. Now, of course, there are other coverage options, but Ozone is the actual insurance option, which is on Terraform Labs. Now, by the way, if you own Luna and you stake Luna on Terra Station, which I will do a video specifically around that for you guys, you get airdrops of every single project that launches on Terra, and they're real airdrops. And I'm assuming that you will get an airdrop of Ozone tokens as well. Okay, so that's good. Then there's an integration into Wormhole. What is an integration into Wormhole? It means that Wormhole is the Solana bridge. So basically, Wormhole allows you to bridge anything into Solana. And now Terra is integrating into Wormhole, which means that we will have a much bigger integration into Solana. And Solana is the fastest growing blockchain ecosystem in the world, right? So simple, amazing, amazing, amazing. So when this happens, we will see an absolute fucking explosion of projects that are going to be built on Luna. We already have Mirror Protocol, Anchor Protocol, Ozone launches, Pylon Protocol has already launched, Nebula, Chai, Prism, MemePay, TerraSwap, Orion.Money. We'll talk about Orion.Money now, and we'll give away some Orion.Money if we have 5,000 likes. Well, I'm sure we do. But here is a list of all the amazing projects that are launching on Terra. There's 75 of them here. Each one of them will require more Luna, more Terra. The only way to get more Terra is to get more Luna, is to burn Luna. And remember, this time when we burn it, it's burned forever. It's gone. So it's like an EIP 1559. It's a game changer. And also, if you own Luna and you stake Luna, you get an airdrop of most of these projects, if not all of these projects. I like this dude. His name is Flynn to the Moon. Flynn to the Moon. FYN. I'm going to give him a follow. Smart guy. He gets it. So make sure that you understand how big this Luna game changer is to the system. Become an expert in Luna. You have to become an expert. If you become an expert in Luna, there are so many projects. There's Mirror Protocol, there's Anchor Protocol, there's Ozone, which is the insurance protocol, Pylon Protocol, Chai, which is the payments protocol. You got Orion.Money. Let's talk about Orion.Money because I want to give away some Orion.Money. Orion.Money is launching tomorrow. The IDO was today. The DGens in my office, you saw the videos of them trying to get into the IDO. Why we like Orion.Money, why we invested in Orion.Money is because it is almost like a bridge which allows you to take your Ethereum-based USDT or your other chain-based USDT and invest them into Anchor Protocol where you can get 20%. Because right now, Terra Luna has the biggest DeFi ecosystem returns in the world, right? So you can earn up to 20% on your favorite stablecoins. Initial APY for UST, USDC, and DAI is less, but it does go up. So we are super excited about this. I think that this token will do 100x. What do you think? 50x. Higher. It sold out in 11 minutes. I mean, let's just understand. I mean, half the guys in the office, even though they were on the IDO whitelist, still didn't get anything. So unfortunate for them. Anyway, let's not talk about people who got nothing. Let's talk about people who are going to get. Let's see who's getting what. Okay, so let's look at the super chats. Branislav Rajicic says Orion.Me. No, I can't do that. We have Orion.Me, need to change your wife. Before we give away money, just remember Crypto Banter /Meetups. If you want to host a meetup or you want to just attend a meetup this week, Friday, every Friday, we're going to do meetups around the world. There's a simple website. If you want to host a meetup, just go and host a meetup. If you want to join a meetup, just go and join a meetup. Search. There's a whole lot of restaurants and pubs and whatever that are hosting these. This hasn't been refreshed. But go and sign up and get your city and your restaurant there. And then you can join our meetups. Okay, let's give away. It's time to do giveaways. I want to give away some Orion.Money right now. So let's start. Who wants Orion.Money? But you got to be a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, and I'm going to quickly get the channel subscribers open so I can see who is a subscriber and who isn't a subscriber. Okay, let's see where the subscribe. Oh, slow down, guys. Slow down. So don't panic. Subscribe. Don't panic. Subscribe. You guys are panicking. You see, you panic subscribing now. You shouldn't be panic subscribing. Don't be panic subscribing, guys. Okay, let's go. Marisha, $100 worth of Orion pre-IDO tokens. Jenny from the blockchain. The show brings her a lot of happiness. You bring me a lot of happiness, Jenny, and I'm going to give you $100 worth of Orion.Money IDO. Maddie says, I love you. Ooh, Mati, she's hot. Mati, for you, $100 worth of Orion. Come on, guys. I got to give you more. If you're awake in Singapore, James Ang, you get $100 of Orion.Money. Is the guy still awake? It's like 12 o'clock at night there, bro. Let's see. Who else? I never win. Yes, you do, Chief. You just won yourself $100 of Orion.Money. Okay, let's go. Let's actually also be fair to people who can't watch us live. We've got to be fair to those people. Let's go to the Crypto Banter site and let us quickly give these people who support us but can't watch the show live, because there are people like that just can't watch the show live. Guys, thanks to you, we are becoming the biggest live show in the world. I think we're even overtaking the #1 channel in some days. We all know who the #1 channel in crypto is because they tell us all the time. Let's see. Okay, so let's look at yesterday's video. Find people in the comments from yesterday's video. Let's look for people in the old videos, and we will do giveaways some more for our viewers today. Can I be blessed next? I'm looking forward to win. Yeah, let me like that and reply and say, you won $100. Orion IDO. Guys, this is from yesterday's video, and it's the new mana is the name. I've just replied from the Crypto Banter address. Let's see. Come on, let's see. Who wants money? Okay, Ajtaub says, I'm going to reply and say, you won $100. $100. We're going to look after everybody, the whole Banter family, in Orion.Money. Okay, that person won as well. Okay, let's give away one more. Mohammed Begs Zadeh. You win $100 of Orion.Money. Tomorrow, that's going to do 100x. Tomorrow, you're going to phone me and you're going to thank me. You're going to say, thank you, Ron. Chris Stafford says, I love you guys so much. Chris Stafford, we love you so much, bro. You get yourself $100 of Orion.Money. Let's also give away some Star Launcher. Don't forget Star Launcher. Who wants Star Launcher? Come on. Alan Blockchain. Imagine being blockchain on the blockchain. Alan Blockchain wins $400 of guaranteed entry into the Star Launcher IDO. A super chat. Lorenzo Weinberg also wins $400 guaranteed. That's a huge money. $400 is going to be like $40,000 at least. I'm envious. I'm not allowed to take it for myself. I mean, I am, but I would never do that. Anyway, guys, I love you guys madly. You guys are my friends. You guys are my family. Let me know what you thought of the show today. I will see you guys again tomorrow. I want to thank you again for giving Sheldon so much love on this day. What's Star Lounge? He says Star Lounge. I think he means Star Launch. Benjamin, try again tomorrow, bro. See you guys again tomorrow. Until then, if you are trading, trade well, my friends. Big show, big show. Enjoyed that show, loved that show. It was a fun show. What do you think?
I think I might have to buy some Luna.
Still torn up about that Orion whitelist.
You didn't get in. You were in the whitelist, but you never got in. Your fingers weren't fast enough.
It's not. More gas.
But now you've got like 75 more projects on Terra.
We'll live.